Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I have got a Gourdy Goodness warm review for you. Now a couple weeks when I got these, I did a cold sniff review for you, and I thought I would do warm reviews now that they're available. They just became available the other day. So these bars, there are 5. The first one is Pumpkin Roll. This one will be available in our fall winter catalog through the entire season. So September 1st through the end of February, Pumpkin Roll will be available. The other 4 here are limited time only, and they're only available in this 5-bar bundle. So the only way to get these 4 scents is to purchase that 5-bar bundle. They're $25 US or $33 Canadian for the set. They come like bagged in a little orange bag. It's very cute. And this particular set is not available for bundle and save for these bars. So in September, you will be able to add Pumpkin Roll to bundles like usual, but these other bars will not be able to be used in bundle and save. If you don't want to purchase the entire set, and there's only 1 or 2 here that you're interested in, the other thing you can do is add these to a Scentsy Club, even if it's just a one-time Scentsy Club. You can throw these in there, as many as you want, or whichever ones you want, and then just have it ship, and then you can either keep the club or cancel the club, whatever you prefer. But if you are not interested in the entire set, that is one way to get your hands on these, the ones that you are. The other thing I have in this video is not part of that set. This is a Canada exclusive product that only Canada is going to be getting. There's going to be a mini warmer in like a very Canadian type theme, along with this Maple Peak Scentsy bar. So this is Maple Peak. This is in early access for consultants right now. The Gourdy Goodness collection is available for everybody. Anyone can get this now. Maple Peak is just for consultants right now. On September 9th, this will be available for everybody in Canada only. So this is a Canada exclusive because Scentsy is celebrating its 15th anniversary in Canada. So I guess 15 years ago in September, we started having Scentsy in Canada. So we have a exclusive bar and a mini warmer to celebrate that. If you are in the US and interested in this scent, and I will say this is a very good one, especially if you're a bakery fan, I'll tell you what it reminds me of in a bit here. But I think a lot of people are going to want this one. I'm going to club this one. I have warmed this. I've tested it. I love it. If you are interested in this scent, either email me, DM me on Instagram or whatever, because I think I can order it on my end and ship it to wherever it needs to go. So if you're in the US, I should be able to order you bars to ship to your home. So it's good. So we'll start with Gourdy Goodness though, because I promised you warm reviews of those, and these are currently available. So the first one is Pumpkin Roll. Like I said, this one is not new to me. I have warmed this many times and I love it. It's a staple in the catalog for good reason. It is a gently spiced pumpkin bakery scent. It's so good. It is like a spice cake pumpkin. It's really lovely. Not overly sweet, but still very sweet. This one is great as a mixer and great on its own. I didn't melt this one by itself because I know how this one does pretty well. It's about a medium strength in my home, and that makes it a good mixer or good on its own. So there's that, and I'll tell you what I mixed it with in a second here. So Pumpkin Roll is creamy pumpkin pie filling surrounded with yellow cake, pecans, butter, and spice. And this one is just kind of a general pumpkin bakery with a little bit of spice. Not too much spice, but definitely some. And this was my favorite, tied with another bar here. So out of this collection, this tied with another one for my favorite. And the one it tied with is Hollow Harvest. Now, I don't know if it's Hollow Harvest or Holler Harvest, because I've heard that in like the southern US, hollow is like pronounced like holler. So maybe it's Holler Harvest, I'm not sure. But we're going with Hollow Harvest because that's what I know. This one's so good, you guys. So Hollow Harvest is the dark brown one. This one is smoked embers and vanilla beans flicker inside a hand-carved pumpkin. So the first thing this reminded me of on cold, like I said, was Ghostly Greetings, but woodsier and sweeter and much more approachable. On warm, this is glorious. Like this, you could warm anywhere. You could warm in your open layout. It wouldn't be out of place in a kitchen. It was beautiful in a bedroom. So I did this in my bedroom. So with this one, I did 1 cube in my ensuite bathroom, 2 cubes in one warmer, 1 cube in the other warmer in my bedroom, for a total of 4 cubes in my ensuite and bedroom. And then I did 2 cubes, so 1 in each of my bedroom warmers, of Pumpkin Roll. So it was mostly Hollow Harvest with a little bit of pumpkin roll thrown in, and that was spectacular. Like one of the best mixes I've done in probably this year. Loved it so much. So this one, Hollow Harvest, is a little on the earthy side. It does have a hefty dose of a really rich, smooth vanilla, not a foodie vanilla, but a rich, smooth, sweet vanilla. And it's lovely and well-rounded and well-balanced. But me being me, I liked a little extra bakery. So I threw just a little bit of pumpkin roll in there, and that was a beautiful balance. Loved it. I think you could do equal parts as well, and that would be pretty too, but I just did a little bit of pumpkin roll to a lot of Hollow Harvest. And this is lovely. It's got like fall feel, it's got a fall feel to it, but I think you could warm this anytime you want coziness. Like it doesn't scream fall or Halloween. I think you could warm this most of the year in most places. I loved this. This will be going in my club, and I'll be stocking up because this is one I don't want to be without. So Hollow Harvest, great on its own or mixed with pumpkin roll. These two were tied for my favorites of the bunch. And spoiler alert, most of these were going to be club bars for me. These two especially. And I always club pumpkin roll at the end of the season. I love pumpkin roll. So those two were my favorites. And now we'll go on to the next ones here. My third favorite in this collection was Very Good Pumpkin. This one is the kind of like fruity one of the bunch. Whoops. This is prize-winning pumpkin infused with sun-ripened berries and autumn spices. So this one was kind of a, yes, kind of like a raspberry cranberry mix, or like a cran-apple type scent. I almost got like a tone of like a tart apple here, just a little bit on warm, that I didn't get so much on cold. But it's kind of like a cran apple or crab apple, but like cranberry apple or cranberry raspberry apple, something like that, with just a little bit of spice. Like you're cooking cranberries and a little bit of applesauce and raspberries, and you've got like a little bit of spice in there just to kind of make it homey without being spicy. It's just kind of aromatic. It's beautiful. Now the pumpkin, I didn't really get so much on cold, but it did come out more on warm. So with this one, I did the full bar in my open layout, and this was beautiful. It was 24 hours, about a medium, not as, I wouldn't say you could do a very large open layout with this. I think my size of home was about it for this one. If you have a larger home or very tall ceilings, I would do medium-sized spaces with this, but it's so good. It's so good. And on warm, the pumpkin did come out more, and it was the same pumpkin note as from pumpkin roll. So I kept getting whiffs of like pumpkin roll, and I was like, what is that? That's so nice. And I don't have pumpkin roll in right now, but it was this. It just has a little bit of pumpkin roll in it, and that's what kind of came out on warm, especially in the first 8 hours or so. Was really nice. Yeah, this was just a pretty kind of homey spiced berry scent. I loved it, and I don't think we have anything really like this right now. That is kind of that homey berry. Like we had blackberry spice last year in the catalog. I don't believe it's coming back. And that one was much earthier and much more woodsy. This one isn't woodsy. This is like homey kitchen goodness without being overly sweet. So I really like Very Good Pumpkin. This will be a club bar for me and a stock upper. So this is one I will be getting more of. I would warm this from August very happily all the way through June. And I would probably still warm it in the summer on rainy days. So this one is more or less a year-round type bar for me, and I really enjoyed that. So Very Good Pumpkin was a winner in my house. Again, performance, average longevity, strength, about average, but I wouldn't do it in a bigger open layout than my own. So there is that. My next favorite here was my least favorite on cold, and it went up a ranking on warm, and this is Pumpkin Sticky Bun. So the notes on this one were savor a bite of rich pumpkin and pecan drizzled with coconut cream. So the trouble with this one on cold was that coconut cream note reads flat. That is my dog scratching his jowls. He's doing this. He's done. Okay. So this one has a kind of a flat coconut. It's waxy and weird on cold, and I didn't care for this very much on cold. On warm, this one bloomed. This is one of those bars where you put it in the warmer, and coconut pumpkin pie was another one. So it seems like with Scentsy's pumpkin coconut scents, you really have to warm them to decide whether you like them or not. This one got very good on warm. So it became something similar to like frosted cinnamon roll from last year, which we did not get back. This is going to be your next best thing. It's very similar to frosted cinnamon roll on warm. Take away the cinnamon part. So if you didn't like the spiciness of frosted cinnamon roll, take the cinnamon out. You're left with just that kind of gooey sticky bun. And then add a little bit of like coconut, but the coconut goes into the background a lot more on warm and it loses that weird waxy quality. It was really good on warm. I loved this, and the strength on this one was great. I would say much better than average strength. Longevity, about average. So about a day, 24 hours in my open layout, and probably like a 7 out of 10 in strength. It was very good. Yeah, on cold, wasn't a huge fan, but this one on warm will probably be a clubber for me. I really, really enjoyed that. So pumpkin sticky bun, thumbs up. The next one here is the last one. It is Spiced and Spirited, and it was, I guess, my least favorite of the collection, but I say least favorite loosely because I still quite enjoyed it. So this is Spiced and Spirited. So Spiced and Spirited is delight in hearty pumpkin, brown sugar, and a splash of smooth bourbon. So pumpkin, brown sugar, bourbon. And this one, yeah, it's very homey. It is very homey, and on warm, it lasted forever. I did this in my office. I did 2 cubes in my office at home here. And this one went through stages and they were all quite good. It was about a medium strength, maybe a little better, like a good solid medium, maybe a little bit better. And it went for like a good 3 or 4 days. Like it went a long, long time. Now, granted, my office isn't very big, but still it went a very long time. Like I went in there like 3 days later and I was like, what is that like brown sugar? It was this, Spiced and Spirited. So what I got with this one is mostly this kind of like mapley brown sugar note, especially early on. Towards the last day, like the third day or so, it kind of got to be just like a brown sugar note, which again was fine. It kind of reminded me of oatmeal though, weirdly enough. Like something in here just reminds me of oatmeal. There's no oatmeal in the notes, but I smell oatmeal on warm. And it reminded me a lot for that reason of Cozy Kitchen, which does have like an oatmeal type tone to it to my nose. Yeah, it smells like oatmeal with brown sugar and maybe some maple flavoring. That's what I got on warm. Again, very nice, very warm, very inviting. Performance was excellent. It just wasn't my personal preference. So I liked the other scents better, just like scent appeal wise. But this one I've heard many people say is their favorite. I get it. If you liked Cozy Kitchen, which most people really did, you're gonna love Spiced and Spirited. Performance on this, again, was better than average, way better than average longevity. Very nice solid strength as well. Yeah, like performance wise, this one was probably, well, this was definitely the longest lasting of the bunch. Hollow Harvest was also a 2-day one. And Pumpkin Sticky Bun was probably the strongest, but not the longest lasting. This one is probably the best overall performer though. If you kind of balance out strength and longevity, this was probably the overall winner for performance. So Spiced and Spirited, best performer. Scent appeal wise, my least favorite, but I still really like it and it's still respectable. So Spiced and Spirited, I'll probably get a little more, maybe. I enjoyed it. And I think I would have fun mixing with that one. Spiced and Spirited is one I think I would mix with a lot around the holidays. Spiced and Spirited, again, leans a little bit almost wintry to holidays to me, just a little bit. So yeah, that is my thoughts there. Spiced and Spirited is the only one I'm not going to club myself, but the rest are club worthy for me. I love these. I think overall the collection is incredibly solid. I would strongly encourage you to pick those up if you haven't, as long as you like pumpkin. If you don't like pumpkin, you're not going to like Gourdy Goodness. It's got pumpkin. If you hate bakery or vanilla tones, probably not going to like this collection either. Hollow Harvest, I wouldn't say is bakery, but it does have a hefty dose of vanilla to it. Yeah, and I think if you don't care for vanilla tones, you're probably not going to like Hollow Harvest either. But I think the vanilla is what sells that one to me. Like, I love that one. So that is the Gourdy Goodness bars. And again, overall, that is probably, for me at least, one of the more solid collections we've had this year. I love it. But again, I am a fall lover, a pumpkin lover, and a bakery lover, so that is probably pretty predictable. The other one I have here is not part of that collection. This is part of that Canada exclusive collection. This is Maple Peak. So I'm going to show you the bar. Or the warmer, sorry. So here is the marketing image we have for this. This is the warmer itself. It's a mini warmer, 15 watt, looks like ceramic. And it's got like a map of Canada on it with the little crosshairs, the mountains, and the flags with a moose and a beaver on the warmer as well. So really cute. And I think it's got like Ontario and Manitoba. Yeah, so if you live in Ontario or Manitoba especially, it looks like they're on the front of the warmer. So there is that. And then it's going to go all the way around with the map, so you should get most of the country there somewhere. But the front-facing part of the warmer is Ontario, Manitoba. So there's that. So that warmer is available September 9th. Nobody can get the warmer yet, but September 9th that comes available, and that is available only in Canada. If you're in the US and do want those products, you're going to have to contact a Canadian consultant and ask them to ship them to your house. And again, I am willing to hook you up with any of the Canadian products you would like. Your friendly neighborhood Canadian consultant here. So again, Maple Peak. This is the bar that's part of that collection, and they've done nice with like the maple leaf artwork there. So these scent notes on Maple Peak are: gather around the campfire for an authentic outdoor adventure of toasted maple and sweet marshmallow intertwined with wisps of smoked cedar wood. So this is going to be $8 in Canada here because it's only available in Canada. So $8, which is what we pay for our bars here. So toasted maple, sweet marshmallow, and smoked cedar wood. Now this one smelled very similar to a beloved favorite bar when I first sniffed it. So if you remember toasted marshmallow from a few Easters ago, I think it was, we've never had anything before or since that was like toasted marshmallow, and people have been dying for it to come back, myself included, and it never has. This is by far your next best thing. Very close. Very, very close. And I will say the toasted marshmallow bars that I have are several years old, and so they're much stronger because they've been sitting for a while. Toasted marshmallow has a malted type note to it, as well as a smokiness. And this one, Maple Peak, has a little bit of that malted smokiness as well on cold and warm. So I have warmed this. I've got 2 cubes in my office at home here right now. This is not quite as strong as toasted marshmallow, but again, like I said, my bars of toasted marshmallow are a few years old. This is brand new. So I suspect, and I'm quite certain, this is going to age to be every bit as good as toasted marshmallow, and it's really good. It is really, really good. This is the kind of bar you could throw a couple cubes in with anything, especially in the fall, and it would just make it like gooey marshmallow goodness. It has that toasty quality. What are they calling it? Toasted maple. Yeah, I'm not getting a ton of maple here, which I appreciate. I was a little bit afraid we would get just a little bit of marshmallow and a whole lot of maple here. They didn't go there. They went mostly marshmallow with just a bit of toastiness here. It's a very sweet scent. So yeah, I'm getting just a hint of maple. Even on warm, there's very little maple. I almost get, they're saying smoked cedar wood. Yeah, I can see like a slight woodsiness here on warm especially. But it's mostly marshmallow. I would say 90% toasted marshmallow. And I think what's happening is the toastedness is coming from that toasted maple, but the toasted maple is mixing with that marshmallow to make like toasted marshmallow. You got like a little bit of char there without being smoky or fiery. And then you've got like just this slight base of cedar wood that I think is going to age really well along with the marshmallow, and B, really layer this and make it go for longer. And that's one thing about toasted marshmallow, the old bar, is it's a very good performer. It's very strong, very long lasting. Now this one I would say is a medium strength right now. I think it will improve with age. And longevity I can't speak to yet. It's in my office and I just put it in a few hours ago, so I don't know how long it's going to go. But I think this one's going to be a good longevity bar. And again, I think mixing this one with any of your apple scents, any of your woodsy type scents, any of your fall scents, this is going to be beautiful. So I could not be happier with what they did here with Maple Peak. I am so glad we got this, but I think it's a bit of a missed opportunity that the US doesn't get this one, because I know the US has been asking for toasted marshmallow to come back too, and this isn't toasted marshmallow, but it's very close. Like, it's very close. So I hope maybe they bring this back or they do something that we can get this to everybody, because this is an exceptionally good scent, and I am definitely going to club it myself. This will be a no-brainer club bar for me, 1000%. So yeah, that's a good one. So Maple Peak, if you like marshmallow scents and you like a bit of a toastiness to your marshmallow scents and not just like a flat, high-pitched sweet, like this isn't a sugar sweet marshmallow fluff type scent. This is a toasted, like crispy brown around the outside marshmallow scent. It is toasty, it is melty, and it is gooey. So that is Maple Peak. Really, really happy with this. And again, that is an early access now and available for everybody to order as long as you're in Canada on September 9th. So that is what I've got for today. That is my reviews of the Gourdy Goodness collection and the Maple Peak bar. I would love to know in the comments below whether you have sniffed the Maple Peak bar. Probably not unless you're a consultant, because this is like pretty new and early access even. But if you're excited about this Maple Peak bar, I would love to hear in the comments below. And if you have gotten your hands on the Gourdy Goodness collection already, I would love to know which of these 5 bars was your favorite. Again, for me, it was Pumpkin Roll and Hollow Harvest, but I think the entire collection was really, really strong. So I would love to know in the comments below which were your favorite out of these 5 Gourdy Goodness bars. Other than that, hope you guys are having a great week so far. I will talk to you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.